if there is going to be a place where DRX can find
but she was pretty much just a player, and then she moved over to this game. She was in EG.
This has always been a super strong map
it was like,
for DRX. This
they
is
did
a
the
map
mixed team, right? It was like Potter, Alexander,
DRX to excel at, but after map number 1, EG looks unstoppable.
Well, EG, they are one map away from making it out of groups as the first team. I cannot believe, Bren and Sideshow, that I'm saying that right now. What about you guys?
I can't. I had them coming up as the #1 seed. So that's on me.
That wasn't supposed to be an opportunity.
I'm going to use it. I'm going to take the opportunity to gloat. It's offered to me. I'm taking it. Listen, I'm taking it, man. I'm taking it. And here, this is it. DRX is the staging ground for Ascent. I mean, listen, it was a good setup because when I was doing the VOD prep as well for these teams, I was liking the adjustments that DRX made on Ascent as a map. They were learning from their losses, actually, coming through their own playoff run. Yes. And it was one of their better maps.
Definitely.
But the aspect I'm really excited for is the rookies, Josh. Yeah. I mean, that Jet
you wanted to become a coach, what do you suggest to start? Dude, you got a message. Tier 2 in Europe.
Quite fantastic.
I don't know where you're based.
Crazy. We actually
but at least tier 2 to Europe is very easy to get into.
Boostio did most
and
of the
you
work
kind of just want to take a team,
Jorgamo
whether you're a coach, whether you're analyst,
took over
just
on
get
that
your foot in the door, make some connections, meet some people, get that good rep in the scene.
Both of these players are similar, and here they go.
Yeah, kind of just work your way up. EG on defense, DRX on attack. You got to be pretty proactive though. Make sure you message some people, do some anti. Just find out who needs help.
But he couldn't use it. A Demon one. The immediate strike back.
Oh, that's unfair.
Yep.
I mean, Foxy just had his wings clipped by Ethan, whose utility was absolutely immaculate on Fracture and continues to be so again here on Ascent.
This is a heavy
you normally expect Ethan
shutdown.
to be over in A main, catwalk kind of area.
Wait.
But he's floating because they have the Killjoy set up over
that
there.
might have been too much.
It's a deep lurk though from Boostio. Took up all that space towards A main. He's punished. Just hunting.
Yeah, of course, bro. Thanks so much, man. Don't you worry.
I like that smoke from Marco. It denies any information from.
I like how proactive they're being here. Does RB hold this for the whole time?
They're searching for information on both sides of the map.
Oh man, so he just looked behind him.
What was he?
I don't know.
Looking at?
I don't know what he's anticipating, man. Maybe somebody's just gonna start ghosting around
I
the
mean,
map.
no, there was a timing where someone could have done this. There was a timing where someone could have done this.
They could have found a timing on him through their own spawn. That is bizarre.
That is really quite odd, but he's missed that one. This reflank, this repush. Stacks still alive, 70 health. Weapon picked up. Trying to take a clean fight. He does offset the movement.
Okay.
Really giving him anything, though.
I was literally about to say that. Yeah, I was literally about to say they're 7 out of 7 in terms of all their pistols. They have a 100% pistol record so far. They got 4-0 in terms of third. They won the 2 at the first map here as well. And now this one as well. 7 out of 7 pistols. That's outrageous.
It's also the fact that they've come in so recently to teams that have got some level of establishment, and they've been given a huge amount of work to do. And yet, Demon 1, I feel, has instantly fit into the system and propelled his team forwards, and DRX are having constant issues with integration. I don't think much of that is really Foxy 9's fault.
Oh boy, almost
I'll be pointing it out throughout this attack side, but
dude,
I have real issues with the way the DRX play their attacks
as well.
recently.
I was going to say, just checking if we have any armors, anyone that can actually tank any of these.
Double wave pushes. Again, I'll get into it when there's an example to showcase, but Demon 1 is looking confident already, isn't he?
Look at that, taking liberties against
the NRG Navi game. It was pretty fun.
Away any of the weaponry. This
oh
way,
my
that
god,
way.
nice movement.
I like the idea.
Yeah, cheeky attempt. Just up the stacks though. It's not looking likely here, but EG.
All right.
Bringing up the point as well about this map pool depth
Pretty
for both
good.
of these teams.
1 armor, 2
really
armor rebuys. That's it. The bonus is going to look nice.
Where EG might be bad at with their map pool.
I wonder what their percentage of converting
on a multitude of
the bonus round is, because
I think they have a very solid map pool.
They had 50%
anything that they
in their
spend a
first
serious
game.
amount of time on, they seem to get good at pretty quickly. And I couldn't really pick a map where I think DRX has a major advantage. The weaponry advantage, though, is massive in favor of DRX here. We've got what looks like a bit of a mid-crunch between Demon 1 and Boostio. They're just going to look for picks here, I think.
Oh, Demon 1, he's not messing around, man.
So fast out.
Top being held,
Oh,
paranoia
God.
so deep. What?
That shot is ridiculous. Omen flash on top of this so they couldn't hear him running as well. So this is really, really nice. Where the, I think this was a flash as well there, maybe a knife. But that shot was, ridiculous.
Makes the attacking round very difficult to call.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gobsmacked still. But a reaction here from DRX.
Yeah, instant reaction from them. They go over towards B. Drone's looking nice to get some info.
Cleaned out. Angles watchful. Nobody.
I mean, that is good info. They know. I think they actually saw all of them. 3 go site and then 1 pass in main, so they know where they all are. Can they kill RB without losing anyone? That flash is incredible.
Well. TP into the corner. RB spots. He doesn't know
oh my god, the flash is incredible from far back. The TP into it. Dude,
moving one area of the map as well as hold. Just getting a little bit weaker now for DRX. Has to be a massive heroic play, and it just can't be the case here. Dropping right down. How does Jorgamo get it?
I feel like
every
I'm just in a constant state of shock.
Broken to pieces.
The stuff that I'm seeing is just insane. It's all so good.
Stuff right from the off. We've seen a lot of teams go for that same kind of play. You smoke off tiles, you paranoia.
Now I'm on board, chat. I know I was saying it's early to talk about everything, and I was just talking about this. Now I'm on board. I'm just like looking at some of the stuff they do, and it's incredible. Like everything's incredible. They look so good. I do need to see them.
To punish DRX.
Oh my god, man! Holy
that level
hell,
of momentum where you
I do need to see them
win the bonus.
Did need to see them when they're actually losing a pistol instead of having just endless momentum.
How is he resetting his aim that fast?
MC was right, bruh. I reckon C9 were getting smacked around in practice. That's the only thing, because he was so comfortable with all this. They must have been getting so wrecked
on defense here that EG are using, that we've seen a lot of teams go for. Demon 1 takes contact, dashes away, and that sets up Jorgamo hiding in the corner as bait.
The idea is you don't expect the Omen to just be hiding there. Dash forwards, he has to take care of so much. Dash away. How is Demon 1 surviving? But here it is, the bait and switch. Triple face up, already taking the fight. Right to them this time. Mako and Stacks holding the ground as well, making sure no players can swing out of heaven.
And they've needed that, DRX. Mako with the Bulldog going nuts there.
Would have been the player that they can really count on. EG though, still want to make a go at this one. They have the money.
Okay,
Mako again.
Well, yeah, what an insane round from Mako.
Picks up the rifle, repositions.
They get some upgrades on top of this.
It does a little 180
I think this is the wrong call.
Away.
He needs to do some damage.
Mako being
is
the
he?
playmaker
Okay,
there,
he was just going for this kill.
And he finishes it as well. I mean, that's
a hero round if I've ever seen one.
He avoids all of the pressure early on, gets away, dodges the paranoia, and he's just set up perfectly with a Bulldog. You see the way that DRX are using the light armor a lot. It allows them to invest on rounds like this. This was a half buy, and yet Mako still had enough to have the Bulldog. I don't think he's able to have that level of impact if he's only got, you know, a Sheriff or a Stinger or something like that. That's a big one. Helps the vibes as well for DRX, because going down 4-0 would have... That's difficult mentally.
Yeah, gets them back into it. Now they're dealing with a different obstacle ahead of them. Demon 1's picked up this. Oh wait, what is this?
The EG special.
It's a bit of a fake, so it feels a bit like Leviathan spam. I think the idea being that you drive people
Whoa, we can't be calling that a Leviathan spam. EG made this ages ago.
With that operator, he was hoping that DRX would react into him. He's just having a friendly look at the turret there.
Yeah. Why's he got his sight set on Timmy? What did he do? Well, it still holds it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the turret holding contact in B main is actually pretty useful for them, because they know that B main hasn't been breached by DRX. They've still got a lot of map control. And
yeah, it was definitely made in. It was definitely made in NA at one point, or Americas at one point, and then
we have Boostio playing off-site.
Literally before franchising it, EG were using it, and then the guard were using it. So it must have been someone in Prague.
Smoke drop down, flash as well. Demon 1. That's just reaction.
Eats the flash to straight up.
Swing, and that's just
eats the flash, straight up flash kill, and then just straight through the smoke as well. Pings to the right side, so they knew exactly where to aim as well for this. Really nicely done. Everything is so perfect right now, and everything is going right. I think that's the main thing. Everything's so perfect and it's all going right. 2 HP.
2 health.
He had 1 to spare.
Spike planted, but you have to see a miracle. A big moment, a big step up. Mako, can he do it again? Maybe the potential is there. Flash over the top. They made it winnable, but it's all up to Stacks, and he just can't reset the aim. Player advantage, the health advantage was there for EG.
It forces them down to the 1-9 loss bonus. But they did win the low buy and managed to get a lot of upgrades, so they can still buy next.
That's what it seems like it's going to require at this point. That's 2 kills where Demon 1 cannot see an opponent.
Yeah,
and he's just
the ping
doing
is
it
everything.
purely off time.
The ping on the right side. I actually just did a YouTube short on this.
Very unfortunate for DRX, because that should be a situation where they're able to play a post plan and get into comfortable spots. You expect maybe to lose 1 to some spam.
Losing 2.
Oh,
yeah, even
brutal,
pinged for himself. That was a sick replay. I didn't realize this was a lineup. Did this go over towards A main somewhere?
Taken out. So DRX don't have something
Where the hell does this land?
aggressive to go for.
Where's this going?
That's a nerdy one from Com again. So that makes it feel like the Sova's playing over towards A.
That's so good. So then now they're going to think that you're over towards A with the Sova, so they might try speed it up. But now they hit the drone here and they must be like, wait, what the hell is going on?
Smoke. At his feet, the reposition, a bit of spam as well. A bit further back there. Dart does light up the opposition. Bustio again, he was attempting another reflash. It's a paranoia, they want to push him right into it. They force the dash, he's running the gun, man. Com getting away with it. Another flash repeat over the top.
Flash to get him out.
Pushing back this aggression. EG trying to really get a squeeze.
Get everyone out.
Do it back out. They survive.
They just have so many setups.
Oh. Not slowing it down, are they? Inside the smoke, they can hear the footsteps. Jorgen was hoping, hunting for the timing.
They're just playing off each other
One player
so
left standing,
well.
it's Mako. We talked about miracles, but how do you overcome that?
It's so good.
On map 1, the gun runs went 6-2 in favor of EG, and it was a complete outplay. I mean, the little set
like
plays,
a machine,
the
yeah,
larger
it really
strategy,
is.
it
It's a
all went
well-oiled
the way
machine.
of
Like,
Evil Geniuses.
they never
And
put a
DRX
foot
taking a
wrong.
timeout here
Everything's
as Tommy
perfect
gets
at
to
the
talk to
moment.
the
They're all
team.
playing off each
To me, it
other.
looks like the same thing
Everyone's
again.
using the
And
util
not enough
perfectly to
respect
bail
being
them
given.
out
This
to
is one of
enable
the
the kills.
downsides actually of
They
running
take this
Foxy9
map
in
control.
this
They have a
roster
good pro
is
school.
that
They got
I feel like he
crazy
doesn't have the
combos.
same
They got crazy
experience and
lineups.
discipline.
They're
He's not
mixing
as
it up a good
meticulous with how
amount.
he
Like,
enters
what
into
is
areas.
this?
When he got stuck in close mid there wasn't an anticipation that he might get crunched. He didn't back off into mid, regroup with the rest of his team. He stayed isolated, stuck between the arches, and picked off first. That was a paranoia that came through from Jorgemo, from Catwalk. You know, so many elaborate set plays. And if DRX are getting caught by those traps, EG are going to run away with this half.
Stop EG.
Stop.
Is that a command for DRX, or is that an angry fan? I'm not sure. They're trying.
Oh, they are certainly trying.
Dude, EG are just like multiplying their fans game by game, I'm telling you.
But it's going to take an evolution of DRX, I think, as well, because they are so, setup heavy, exec heavy or whatever. When EG are able to pry open those timings in between, when the setup's there, when players are getting in position to find a util, it just breaks them apart.
Yeah. And when DRX have gone for those slow
timeout came in, and it's pretty pivotal because the money is
sorry, not
that one.
at the beginning of this map.
The money's in the bin
defense
after this,
side
even though it is a
easier for
2-9 loss
Jets
bonus.
usually.
These two are the main ones when you talk about two people that can't buy.
Odin but Odin. Flash over the top though.
He's backed it up.
It's a good amount of info with this.
Yeah, the Jet differential currently is ridiculous. Foxy9 0 and 5, I think. Maybe more than that. And Demon 1 has 9 kills.
Here's the setup again. Flash is nice. Jorgemo though. Oh my god. Again. The shot's coming through. When you remove the Jet player.
Yeah, look what do you now do? The person is meant to get you out of the choke point just goes down.
Brute force this one. Popping all over the place, Com. Striking him down. Damage is done. Mako responds. Flick to the side.
He's been completely
the
saving
second
them
hit
on
was
these
actually pretty good. I feel like EG could have done better on this.
Push them all the way back,
It was
RB.
the first round where
Have
I'm
the ult
actually
to try and
feeling
break
like
this one.
EG could have done
All still
something a
down
bit
as
better.
well. You're gonna have to move away from the site. Mako has the ult. He's gonna try and dodge this one as well. In play, down into hell. It's cleared out though. Com aware. Has to be. No, Mako there gets him. Demon 1 still alive with the knives.
He uses his ult to get out of there, cancels it, then instantly gets the kill.
Oh, there's the one.
Damn.
But okay.
I mean,
Just go A and let
them.
Mako 1v5
Yeah,
them.
both of the rounds are just Mako
That's all you
hero
have to
plays.
do,
That's
DRX.
it, nothing else.
It's ridiculous. This guy's defending them from the flood, Then he goes into backside, into hell, and he dodges the ult. Dodges the lockdown with his own ult.
Just saw him going through here as well.
Demon 1 at the end. How confident to get that kill, I'm not quite sure, but
on it.
It's all Mako. From beginning to end. The vibes can't be too bad in that camp.
He's 10 out of 5.
Yeah. He's the only thing currently that's keeping them in it. They've won 2 rounds on A, where Mako's got 3 and then 4 kills.
Delayed knives. That one broken though, so on the defense side, EG not getting any information.
Money's low. They just squeeze out a buy. Ops here, judges here.
Able to keep these buys going.
What's the actual setup?
Buzz has been
Op
struggling
over
with
towards A, off angle, judge towards short.
There in B main, and he's worried
Drone
that
goes middle, doesn't see anything.
So
maybe just a B hit, but this drone isn't going to see anything anyway.
Take the orb,
Recon is still here if they hit sight.
They've got multiple options.
KO now comes over here as well. This is mad.
Or a recon.
Straight up, man.
So good. I can't believe he's just walking through smokes, getting 2.
Over the top. Foxy 9. How's he managing that? No command. Ripped him out. Spikes drop down into the middle of nowhere because EG players still anchoring towards the back. It's up to Jorgamo to hold this off as well.
Instant TP, double swing was incredible.
3-2-1 swing, EG managing it. Shots landed. Ethan turning up.
It's just perfect. It's actually perfect gameplay. They're doing so well. Dude, I can't believe Boostio's play isn't perfect. I'll be honest, but the fact that he gets 2 is just outrageous. It's just sheer confidence. He's walking through a smoke with a killjoy. The drone has cleared here, and he is just trying to make sure that he can get something with the recon. And maybe the timing was off slightly, or I don't know. Yeah, Ethan did great here.
Everything's going right for EG.
But this is a very defense-sided map. DRX only need another, couple of rounds where somebody pulls out a miracle, be it Mako or anybody else, and suddenly they're not feeling that bad about how it's gone.
Can't pressure.
This is an important round for DRX. This is the first time that they can actually fully wreck their money. Just 1 round, lost bonus reset, 1-9 on top of this. DRX would love to win this on the low buy.
It's really putting the pressure onto the main player. Jorgamo doesn't know which way to look, doesn't know which way to face. TPs this way, that way, backwards into Y, a fight to be taken. No kill found, but now he's got help at least. Flash peeking in, running him down. Jorgamo going to be cleared out of Y. Massive player advantage, but maybe it can be equalized still. Trying to take up Intertree.
I think Buzz wants to use Killjoy here, surely.
Fights that are being taken, but slowed down now to 2v4.
This looks like it's going to be DRX's 3rd round.
Yeah, the call, he actually had it in his hands, and then the call came in to not use it.
It's these all-in pieces with the lighter weaponry that EG are struggling to hold on to. Yeah, and EG are going to be forced to save.
And this makes sense.
This is what I'm talking about,
normally I'm not the biggest fan of this, and I'm focusing on the other person's economy, but I think this is right. It's out of control from DRX anyway because they get the upgrades. And in terms of the 2 people that can't buy, they have guns in their hands right now. And so we get 1-9 on top of this. They have a chance to win the next round. So this is very good.
To me, 4 is that line on Ascent.
Yeah, I would believe so. Although, if you follow the stats as well, if you're a bit of a nerd, and you do look in Pacific, it trends attack side for some reason.
In Pacific.
Yeah, for some reason, or for whatever reason that is. But globally, if you manage all of it, it ends up being a bit more defense favored. But still, I would agree with you. I think 4 rounds on attack should be enough. At least if you win the pistol round going into the second half.
Boostio is going to play off-site again and support Demon 1 because Stax has his null command available.
All right. Buy is here, but they're on the floor. And buy. Recon goes in.
Into the gut of the map. 1 shot lands, dodging, juking. Stax.
Stax did good to dodge this, but they kind of got some info.
He did find Stax, so he knows that the null command is over towards A.
Yeah.
That's important info.
Here's the paranoia. Dash forwards, ripped it through.
Oh, they were not expecting this pathing. What the hell is that kill? And how's Ethan got to?
Ethan.
Wow, it's so fast as well. Stacks down to 55 HP, obviously from the tag at the beginning. Boostio's on a very fast flank, and the Killjoy is dead, so there's no util. And he is here so early. When do they start considering A main?
2v3, smokes dropped.
Oh, I like this, making a lot of sound.
Which way is he going?
Oh, the smoke ended up being a one-way as well, so he could see feet.
Into a 2 versus 2. Got to spot out the players though. Mako, still alive. Round to the side of Jenny.
Man, Mako's
Didn't expect that
unbelievable,
one.
isn't he? Force them down to eco as well. DRX can get a really good score here.
Though it was, to me, the entry play that worked much better that time. Foxy9 not getting caught in the choke point initially, able to dash into his smoke, follow up on the paranoia that Mako throws.
Quota, what's up, bro? How we doing?
Finally get an A round that actually
2 months,
looks,
thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
like it went
Thoughts
to their
on the
game plan
Navi
rather
game?
than playing to EG's cues.
Thoughts on Navi EDG?
They've recovered this. They have recovered this. In terms of the scoreline, this is now looking respectable. And there's still 2 rounds to go.
I'm actually a little bit worried for Navi. But in terms of how EDG play, after just looking at that best of 3, I think the game plan should be good enough.
Maybe it's a very
I think skill-wise, it's relatively even, and maybe Navi aren't used to the style of play. But in terms of how EDG play their attack, I think it's too one-dimensional.
Yeah, really nice awareness.
But we'll see.
Going for that re-swing. Straight into it. Inside the smoke, dodging. The util going over. Jorgamo still here though. Inside the smoke, can't land a second. Attempt to reset with the Bulldog. Just spotting it. How is he grabbing the second with Mako down?
It's 2v4.
Now
Are they going to switch
2
guns?
versus 2. They still don't have the weapons for it, but anything's possible with Demon 1. You never know. Door has to be broken. Post-plan positioning. How did DRX want to play this? Doubled up. One towards Jenny though. RB still.
Break door, both shot. Buy a little bit of time just in case they could go heaven.
Contact is Boostio. Spots it close. A wide swing and face.
41 HP.
Stax's head is ripped off. It's up to RB. There's a menace in map number 1. A tap onto it. Knows they're not sticking, but what a shot to land, man.
That's just a pre-fire. Expecting the peak timing. Oh, and that's a disaster for DRX. We've seen so many thrifties in this game.
Insane.
I think that's the 3rd round.
It's ludicrous.
Where the team with the low advantage, the low economy, sorry, has taken the
2v4.
win.
Demon did great into this to make
Yeah,
this,
and it's a hero play by
2v4
Demon 1.
into a
This
2
is
on
what
2,
wins it for them.
and then
Get a
Boostio
second,
did the
man.
rest in the 2 on 2.
Oh, wow. And Mako's been so good.
Yeah, they're a
for
scary
DRX,
duo.
But that one lost duel kind of opened the door for
The Bull
Boostio to do
brothers,
this.
I like it.
They're feeling it. 1 round left in the half. Lockdown's available. Hunter's Fury. Here's a Nana Swarm. Close to logs. It's actually intended, I think, for a turret that takes contact. So it would break a turret if the defensive setup had it,
Boostio,
but
defensive,
that's shifted.
Killjoy,
of course.
all RB,
As well. Does not land
and
onto
Buzz
Alarm.
and Mako all have
Kept up
ult
for
as well.
EG. Now they're
This is
gonna
a
be
hard
feeling
round.
the
So
heat,
the
aren't
good
they?
news for
Paranoia.
good news
That
for
does
EG is
connect
they have
Boostio.
3 people here.
In a bit of trouble. The pathing up towards heaven. Spam onto the corner. The angle here.
nice
Foxy9, he wins his fight. And RB wins the second. This is looking
Jorgamo
good
has
for
to somehow
DRX.
kill
Wrapping around. Jorgamo
2/3.
left to anchor, but he's being swamped.
Okay,
Converged on
nicely
his
done.
positioning.
5 rounds from
It's
DRX,
noted, and
considering
again,
the start.
left
This is
down to
very,
Demon
very
1
good
and
from
Com.
them.
In the blink of an eye.
That is just a perfect round from DRX. The pathing is so specific to them as a team.
Yeah, it was a really
DRX
nice hit going
Leviathan
up
love
towards
to run
heaven.
that strategy.
That kill that Foxy got at the
Use a
beginning, though, was
lockdown.
outrageous. Man.
Foxy9 going for it.
pretty much
Landed these
everything.
shots. Spam.
Okay, nice round. I
Counter
tell you, this
spam.
was a good
Backwards,
recovery
forward.
from
7-5.
them.
Very good scoreline here for DRX.
DRX have a
Yeah,
good
what an
chance
awesome way to finish the half with a
break
flawless
the
round like that,
100%
where they
pistol
barrel
record.
over, predict where Boostio is going to be
7
based
out
on
of
his turret
7.
placement, and this is the crucial kill. Foxy finding the opening after a really slow start, where Foxy was 0-5. He ends the half positive at 9-8. Only a fraction
Yeah, he
behind
actually kind of
G1.
came alive at the end.
Praises there. I mean, kid is
Mako was
absolutely
everything in the
stepping up.
beginning
Let's
for the
send it
first 2
down to
rounds,
the
and then
desk to break
Foxy
it all down.
was pretty pivotal in the extra free.
Thank you very much. Guys, Hypoc, a very slow start like Josh and Bren said, but what a recovery from DRX.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's actually on the other side. I think EG looking to slow things down, or I guess missing out on, I guess not finding the same value they did early on. And this is another map where we see examples of how good the reactive plays are. Yes, they're set plays, but it's reactive. And time again, they're able to secure a kill, find space, or at least find some information.
And so many of those plays have been built around Demon 1. At the start of the game, it really was defined by him. We've been waiting for the map where the Demon 1 that we saw come out and shock everyone in Americas came alive. And we got that here. And well, it was him and EG who defined the first part of this half. DRX in this this game were able to adapt, particularly the way they were playing towards these A-side executes. First few rounds, they were just running into the meat grinder, letting Foxy9 die, but they pivoted, made the mid-round call, and have now got themselves a very strong
I just
half.
turned the casters down slightly, so it should be a little bit better, hopefully.
I wanted to squeeze that in. I'm sorry, who knew?
You got it in there.
Yeah, but as we move on to the second half, on Fracture Mic, it was a disaster for DRX.
I can turn my mic up here as well. Maybe
5 rounds
that's
on the attack.
crazy better.
It's good.
Yeah, definitely. I think Marco's the one that's ultimately able to pull DRX back into a recoverable position, but recovery factor hasn't really looked great for DRX so far. I guess here in Tokyo.
It's loud now.
Talking about yesterday, their win conditions relied heavily on players popping off when they were player deficit, conceding first bloods. That's got to be a concern in the second half where you expect Demon 1 to apply all the pressure back onto DRX.
Yeah, it can absolutely be concerning. But as the casters are talking about, DRX is actually weaker on their defensive side. This map trends way differently in Pacific.
Foxy or Buzz, I kind of just really I know the DRX feel like
they were doing quite well on
maybe they've been struggling in terms of other teams. I still think I prefer this DRX.
Well, DRX, they have to
I like them
win
with
this
Foxy. I
half,
just think it
Josh,
adds
if they want to go
just an
through
extra
to
element of
playoff
play
stage
for them.
today.
But I also think they're probably going to mix it around. They're probably going to be trying some different stuff.
Map because they're trailing. It's EG leading in the series overall, and all eyes on the top of the scoreboard for EG. Demon 1 versus Foxy9, a battle of these rookies as well.
But probably not this tournament. I think they just stick with this 5 at this tournament.
Yeah, especially with Foxy9 now heating up. I think this is
right. 7 out of 7 pistols altogether for EG. 3-0 here.
While Demon 1's with the rest of
Man,
the team.
what on earth is going to go on?
He said that it's very easy to call for a player like Demon 1 because Demon will just tell you where he wants to play on the map, and they use a little bit of utility to get
the
him
mic's a lot louder now.
and then they
Okay.
can just leave him.
Yeah, I can see it. It's actually crazy loud, and now my voice is starting to die.
Mako, he's got a smoke out in his hands. The util is all mistimed here. Foxy9 seeking to put a stop to it as well. He dashes all the way in and it's cancelled. The call is made by EG. They don't want to rush into it.
Yeah, Demon 1 used his dash backwards to disengage, which I think is fine in this situation. So they go up 5v4, but they can't go back into a normal
Day 2 of the event? Yeah, it's not great, is it?
I'm
thinking that, Pansy. Needs to get some throat sweets or something.
Can't control, but it is watched for RB. Reload, jiggle, off to the side. A chance for Boostio.
You've got to respect his sheriff.
Yeah. Rattles one of the shots. He's got 5 bullets left. There's a dart over the top. Looks like a push attempt into tree. Over the top, it's going to be lighting him up with a turret.
Demon super low HP here, and Ethan now.
Well, has to be dealt with. Bit of a pre-fire, watchful eyes on.
They're so ready for that reaction at short. Oh my goodness.
Short of the time, RB pushing through this way, that way, and around. It's all about the anchoring. It's all about how you dodge and duck and weave. But it's up
they're
to
the
Buzz.
pistol gods.
Everybody falls onto the site.
It's a 1v3,
low.
and most likely we're looking at A8 pistol. The actual meme.
Incredible clutch in map 2 yesterday. 1v3, I believe, to get them into a good position, but this one just looks even harder.
I mean, the one way you can't see.
Being peppered down.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite one-way out of the whole. The whole of Valorant, this is my favorite one-way. It's so good.
You can hear it ticking. No mercy, really, is there? Neither is Buzz with this ghost, but again, I feel like it's just running too short.
Yeah, no time.
Blink of an eye. Lovely attempt at things. Drops right down.
Okay, nicely done.
There was really no chance.
4 out of 4
EG getting a pistol round
for this one.
Imperative
8 out of 8 overall together in just Tokyo.
It's not necessarily getting a team back into the game, but EG, attack side Ascent, we don't really know which way this is going to go. And a pistol round just reduces the amount that you need to get done. One of the big themes of how EG have been playing their attack side in Americas is inserting Demon 1 around the map. So they use utility.
Flash early to take A control. They were going to go for the one on the floor. Yeah, they're still going for the one on the floor. That's the one that you do just in case they insta Omen Smoke. DRX with the eco, 4-person, stack over towards B. Yeah, contact off the turret, Omen flash, then there was going to be a recon. Actually, sorry, the recon's already gone out.
The turret to take contact and a spam angle with the sheriff, but EG, of course, slow it all the way down here. Exploring into mid, looking this way, that way, trying to find out, okay, are we running into a stack or not? Stacks, oh, he attempts to reposition there. Will be that easy plan for EG. I'll get this one down with no troubles. So you're looking at that 9-6.
Yeah, I mean, they got the right side again. Do they expect them to be in spawn? Nice shot.
He deals with it. Yeah. He's still got 2 players behind, though, so he probably will get wrapped here. The question really is, do they do it quickly
Question
enough?
is, when do
there
they
any
see his
chance
gun?
even
Do they
then
see
that
his
they can win
gun?
the 3v4? But I don't think Com's got much chance against this.
That's so good.
Okay.
He went for the jump scare
versus
play, so
three.
he appears in front of
Time
him.
is ticking. Ethan, this way, that way. Dodge and juking, baiting for Boostio. Making sure that no crossouts
What a
are placed
hero.
onto him, and yet time is running short here with the Nano Swarms as well. Should be a safe win overall, but DRX can still do some significant damage here to the economy. Wider face. Very spam, Nano Swarm at his feet.
Right, nicely done.
players
Boostio
surviving.
is 3 away from his ult. I think that's
They're not
about
gonna
it.
be too worried about that. A chance to convert a bonus, and EG have been pulling out set plays on their bonus rounds. They haven't just been trying to run default stuff, so
Replay that from
take a
his
look at the
POV,
map
man.
here and
It
see
must have
if
looked so
they've got any
funny.
kind of interesting looking ideas. For DRX though, the comeback has to start now.
Has to be
You
this
need to
round,
get the
man.
momentum, you need to get things under your feet to be able to hold on. And one of the features of DRX's play on defense here, one of the reasons maybe why they're not as good as some of the other top teams on this half, they don't support Foxy9 very much.
Let's see if,
They've just
I'm
kinda
not
left
saying they're
them
going to
on
win
an
this
island, they're
bonus,
like,
but let's see
take
if
his own
they're,
fights in
they've
mid.
been really good at making
Battle
sure the
rhythm,
first
utility.
buy round that they have an ult that will snowball them
This
and
might
give
really
them
be-
the advantage into it.
How well can you set
And
up
I'm
the
kind of
players?
thinking this might be the same as well.
Spam.
We'll keep an eye on it. Most likely Boostio.
Seeking to contain. It's just a battle and brawl over that B main control. And here's Demon 1 in that lower position. You were talking about it earlier, Josh. They're setting themselves up now for a bit of a B split. Going through, there's a flash just to offset it. Shock Dart close to the corner. Again, damage done. Nano Swarm deaded now, but Demon 1's already in here with a Guardian in hand.
There is no one
Also
here for a
alive and
while to
active.
help them.
Forwards into the site, close to the corner. He knew where Buzz was and he lands it. TP through, blind as anything. Spammable
my.
swarms over the top was
Oh
Foxy9.
god, Foxy
He was
came
trying
in
help
to
him out,
try
but he's just
fast
delivered
flood
on a
as well
rifle.
and just hand gifted
And
them
look
an
at that,
extra
the way that
upgrade.
Demon 1 turns
Oh,
from a lurk
man, this
into
one
an
is so
entry.
done.
It is so unique. I don't see any other
The
teams
money's
doing
in the
this with
bin.
this
They
level
get
of
2-9 on
consistency
top of
or
this.
value. There's a lot of
I say on
lurking
top of
jets
this,
out there.
there's
You
nothing
find them in
there.
ranked every day of the week. But there is nobody that plays it quite like EG and Demon 1. DRX are just going to be forced to save here, and we said that this
Yeah,
was
so
a
they're
must
8 out of
for
8 in terms
to
of
get something started. The
pistols.
bonus
I
rounds have
honestly
just
think
been
their
unbelievable by
third
EG.
round bonus round success rate
Yeah,
is
always an
over
idea thrown into
50%.
the mix. Anything to offset the
It has to be.
economic disadvantage that they might be facing here because, man, I mean, you're looking at 10-5. Previous map was what, 13-5?
Yep. Destructive. It could well be a 13-5. That's the level of momentum that EG have managed to generate.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Did the
That's a
comms...
different plan position.
Oh
boys.
no,
fault
someone
is
said they were
that?
definitely
Right.
fine here.
Well,
Where do we plan, guys?
the vibes were good before, but now people are going to be pissed.
Nah, mate, they're going to be
It's
laughing
like, okay,
so
we
much.
planted. What's going on there?
Did we catch it in the replay? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
Not even sure, man. That's
I think
so
it was
funny.
Ethan.
That is so...
Damn, he's just throwing Ethan's
It's
name
not
out
gonna
there.
Oh, you're
It's
so
not
That's
going to
so
hurt
good.
their economy at all. I mean, not for the moment. We'll see.
They take it in their stride. Turret, contact, Buzz. Only the sheriff.
And we've talked a little bit about the vibes of this team, Brent. But how could the vibes not be immaculate when they didn't expect to be in America's playoffs? They got that out of a miracle upset that occurred. They were like, okay, right, well, that's just free for us. Why not? And then they go through.
They didn't win the
they're playing in
bonuses
Tokyo. What?
against
How
Furt
they
on
managed that?
Lotus,
That's
but
phenomenal.
everything else they won
They
every
think they're not
bonus.
playing with
Wait, that
Demon
can't be
One.
right.
Oh,
You're
that's
telling me they won
much
6
better.
out of 8
Never mind,
bonuses.
though. We'll have a nice trip. What? Demon 1 can play? I mean, it's just incredible effort we ball kind of attitude with this team. Like everything
Pacific
that could have
Ascension,
gone well
some of
has
the
gone well
groups,
for EG
all of the
on this run.
playoffs.
It's superb.
Twists and turns in the tail of EG, and they are making the most of it. At times, it feels like they're playing with
Man,
house
this
money,
shutdown
but
was too
they've got
strong here.
preparation behind them.
What's the second wave like on
Absolutely.
this?
Clear
They have so
desire
much map
to make
control.
strides here at Tokyo.
Okay, this
we
is
go,
all
though.
down to
Foxy9 could
Foxy.
actually
Let's
be
see how he plays it.
Bit of a wrench in the machine here.
Barreling up towards Cat there. They make a
Dude, he didn't trigger discipline.
He's still got the rifle. Tap needs some help. There's the rest of his team as well to supplement.
Okay, at least stays alive.
Here by Mako. Adjustments necessary with the aim. Let's collect that second one. Moving their way up though. Now towards Heaven. There's 14 seconds left into it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What is that movement?
It's ludicrous. 7
The
seconds
head
remaining.
hit.
They can't even get themselves onto the site. It's all over the place. No chance to win the round now for EG. Time was really just bled out of them. And it was Foxy9 to be the difference maker.
It's a really nice round from DRX.
The 2 players with
Yeah, and they managed to get some upgrades on this one as well, so it's actually a huge round. The initial shutdown of when they were going to hit site was so good. The knife was perfect, the Omen flash was perfect. I think that's the 2-bits of util that I was thinking of. Maybe I missed something else. Demon 15-7, Ethan 14-8, Boostio 12-8. 10-10-10 for Jogamo as well. Mako's still top 15-9.
Because either this one or the next could well be an economic
Foxy gets his op out now. 5 out of 8 bonuses. That's so stupid. That's crazy good. Like, how are you meant to... You're gonna... yeah, you have to win every game when that's going on.
Defensive setup at DRX, they are quite passive. They tend to wait for people to come towards them.
8 out of 8 pistol, 5 out of 8 bonuses. And then they just have these rounds where they're too good with the orcs because they just combo them well. That is just a disgusting... It's just a disgusting combination.
This reposition by Foxy9 could be everything. Vital. Operators here. Are they going to walk right into it?
That's a nice hit. Oh my god.
Levels to it. Offset this way, that way. Pivot. RB pushed into mid. Ready for the spray trap.
That was so sick.
It's beautiful. 2 targets found. The spike dropped into the middle of nowhere.
What the hell? He has his ult. He can pick up the spike. He has his ult. He can just go get the spike, and so he does.
2 versus 2. Jogamo's got the spike. He's on A.
He needs help though. Boostio's got to get here as quickly as possible.
Is that free plat?
Needs to get out of there, stay alive.
TP's back away. Foxy9 still creeping across into Heaven. Doubled up. Him and Buzz. Time has been bought. Boostio is there, but they don't actually know really where these players are. Finding the positioning now, though. How does this get played? Jumping down, trying to bait a swing or something. Fight is there. Boostio still alive, but Foxy9!
He nearly reset for it. He nearly reset for it. Hey, really good damage in the end. I thought, yeah, once RB had got both of those kills, I thought this was done. I thought it was just going to be a crazy one-sided map. Sorry, crazy one-sided round. But actually...
That's what Foxy9 did on the eco round, and now you see the
How did he get 2 on site though? How did Jogamo get both of those on site?
Making a push in order to catch the EG players
well, there's my answer.
rotate around the map.
So whatever
it's good timing.
Yeah, and it's working really nicely right now. DRX have identified an issue with how EG rotate around the map. Maybe the fact that they...
Man, the shots are incredible at the moment.
Thoughtful of the reclears.
DRX have
it's not
a lot of
big
belief.
Elaborate utility reclear. It's just one quiet contacting player up mid. There's a lot of risk to doing that, but it's working out very well for DRX.
Let's force this timeout. EG taking a bit of a backseat here. Potter going to be dishing out some advice, adjustments that need to be made. But you are right, it's these little reclears that are happening. Maybe they've just got the read as well. When
they know the opposite in play now. I wonder how they're going to approach this.
There's not really too much bite behind it. I mean, sometimes they're leaving Demon 1 pushed up in that position.
Right, but
they need to be a lot more careful, especially if they're just taking map control. They could definitely go for something just super fast if they wanted to. They also need to be aware of something aggro happening on their defense. I mean, as in like, as in from DRX on defense, because they're calling an attack timeout.
And end up getting map control and a pick out of it. So I love.
Do you think EG would look as dominant if they were losing way more pistols? Yeah, not a chance. They have again, like they have some cool stuff. The individuals are really stepping up, but the pistols and the momentum from the bonuses and then getting ults early, like we haven't seen them have a bad start. Nice shot.
Foxy now,
That
what
was
a
a
shot
really
to
sick
hit
shot.
still. On any of the targets is Ethan, so he can be brought back up. A wallbang attempt.
Good try.
Yeah, it was a nice try. The ping was close.
Doesn't quite land it though, and now you're still feeling it all the way through. No one's watching lane. Paranoia is there. Hunter's Fury. It's all coupled together. A dodge, a dash to disengage and avoid all of this coming your way.
He did
but
really
EG
well
are
to
so
stay alive
fast
here.
on the map.
Buzz has an ult if they can lock him in.
Taking the space, but the spike is dropped down.
Lord,
into
this is down to com over towards B main.
reclaim this.
Player advantage and good post plant positions, but the problem is you're not in a post plant.
Mako, he's holding. That's the Paranoia off the face of the contact. The fights are being won out. Wow. 2v3. Spike has been picked
Man,
up,
I
and
think
guess what?
they
Com
had to let
run out
com
of it.
play
He's like, "Oh,
fast
nothing to
here.
do with this. Do your best, Ethan.
Like this
I'm leaving you,
this
mate."
felt like a mistake.
Common in 1v3. We've seen this guy close out before.
Free side, yeah.
6 and 11 right now.
He's got no idea that he
had
has
some
this much
incredibly hot
space.
moments.
That's cheeky. Okay. Don't know what. Yeah. I mean, what's he going for there? But
I mean, that kind of recon dart would only be used if you were playing towards main, for example, right?
Yeah,
So
but
he's
it
trying to
might
bait the
work
base
to
of
bait him in
position.
here.
how hard is this
Okay.
clearance? Very
Okay,
hard.
respect
RB.
from RB.
Nice idea.
He's on top
Yeah.
of this.
Not sure if you heard a footstep or what, but incredible awareness.
Yeah, very good awareness. And the whole point of that recon dart is to make you think that he couldn't be in heaven.
Yeah.
That the recon was for information instead. So, we were talking a lot about how good EG's set plays were and how much they were tactically outplaying DRX.
Ever since
on
they
the
died
first
to the
map.
spike, yeah.
DRX
I think
managing
that
to take that
actually
one
gave DRX like a lot of
off
confidence.
Marco's
They knew, I mean, it was a big round, losing 3 people in
First
terms
of
of
all,
the
spike
econ.
being down was the major
It
problem.
means you
right?
have to win 1 less rounds
Otherwise you're in a
basically
nice
to
spot, but
reset
it's
them.
this play, look, they take contact off Buzz, and that forces a Paranoia out, and then Buzz and RB are able to collect kills. It's a really nice setup that they've just strung together on the fly to be able to get this back within 2. And this is where attack side Ascent becomes really
Force them down
sticky.
to an eco.
It feels like you're so close to the finish line. We only need 3 more, but Fiji are saying that to themselves, maybe underestimating how difficult it can be.
Yeah, they can be some of the hardest rounds to really get over the finish line. Flash pop out is at a half buy from EG. Fully grouped up, at least with the 4 of them. Using it as a chance to farm up some ults.
Yeah, Demon has knives now.
And you see Boostio here, lurking in mid. That may have been an adjustment coming out of Potter's timeout.
Get out of my way.
You know, that does seem like a good idea against what DRX were doing, going for those reactive pushes.
Smoke
from
goes
Foxy
in.
and
They're
RB.
kind of trying to find the AWP.
Knife over the top, that's going to be a drone tagging. The Boostio doesn't see too much else though. Grouped up
Knife
still.
goes in, clears all the short.
Be heat being turned up, I think.
Yeah,
for
look at
DRX,
this
Foxy
rotate.
9. Narrowly avoiding it. Flash over. Smoke drop down as well. Another tag. Really just lit up entirely. Foxy 9 can't take a clean
They done
fight.
well to get out
Back
the
off
choke point. Their
side
flash is
towards
great
this
though.
way, that way. Running and gunning. Ethan
Wait,
has
Ethan
removed
gets
him. He's found
2?
a second, not 2. Still all the way through. Foxy 9
3?
and Jesse gets 3. A knife as well, pushing them all the way back
What?
into the site. There you go. Lockdown, ready and waiting.
They
There
have
are
some
tools.
strong ult combos. They could literally do the lockdown here and then to survive.
And Boostio is going to push.
Oh, okay.
Pushing off of this, Buzz was watching.
This
So the
was
lockdown
a weird way of handling
removed.
this, but honestly, I think that makes
Now
sense.
Buzz with a lockdown of his own. And
I thought they were going to
Common
wait for the
position to try and
lockdown, but
anticipate
this
that.
worked well.
watching it. Lockdown's there.
Damn.
Buzz is low. Brought down.
I
Could
like
just
this.
try and get a
Common's
kill here.
rushing it. He knows that there's going to be a second player here. This is just a game of chicken.
Darby waiting it. Lands it. Force it into a 1 versus 1. Necessary for DRX. Time is short. You can hear the spike ticking away. A tap onto it. Sticking it through now. Jiggling with the fire. A shot! Darby! That is
That's ridiculous.
just spectacular.
Oh man. Okay, well,
What an incredible
surely
play
now,
towards the end there from
surely
RB.
now they take this.
Ethan going
That
for the
was a
pre-aims,
huge
just
round.
missing the
I mean,
head on
Ethan
his
did
little
great to
jiggle
get them into
peaks.
this position.
But he made it very predictable what he was going for, and RB knew there was no wide swing coming. Ethan had done so much. I mean, those 3 kills just come out of nowhere. It felt like
Mate,
was
he
destined
made
to
that
close
look
the
like the
round.
easiest thing
In the same
ever.
way that he'd opened it up. You can see he's heartbroken about it, because that drags the map with 1 round separating these 2.
So much credit I got to give it to RB there in that clutch scenario. A lot of pro players, even if they are pro players, they get flustered.
Yeah, it felt like a bit of land sound there because online you just, yeah, like you're saying, you just wait for 3 and then you swing.
RB knows the only win condition, the only way he can play to his out is by sticking to the
it felt like land sound. No, maybe he couldn't hear it properly. Didn't know how much was left.
In the clutch this year, and yeah, it's so impressive from a player that previously was receiving a ton of criticism, and I think fair criticism, for having choking performances at big LAN events. When they would get deep in the playoffs, he wasn't really turning up. And since he swapped his role over to be the flex for DRX,
last timeout.
He's just found way more opportunities to play in the late round, to play
I don't know.
supportively.
In my mind, they've been having a lot of success over towards B. That feels like the best chance.
We'll take a look at this moment just again and see the way that Ethan was playing it. I mean, he's just catching tiny glimpses, tiny glimpses.
It's just amazing.
The way that both players are playing it is perfectly appropriate, but yeah.
We'll see. I know they had a good chance into this one here, but this was like a hero play from Ethan.
One round sort of stands to DRX being able to equalize, get to 10 to 10. Thinking about where they begun as well. Losing the pistol rounds. They've had to claw back.
They're waiting for a reaction here. They're so confident that
Big
DRX
buy
are going
round.
to go for some flash push.
It's because Mako's been fighting it.
Yeah.
Let's put that fear in.
Yeah, they get Ethan's ult into this one as well. It's waiting, tapping the spike to see if there's an instant reaction.
And then Ethan actually takes the ult orb to be able to get his null command online. Here's that little piece of reaction from Foxy9. He knows that there was a few in A main, so he's going to walk forwards in mid.
This is the first time he's done this for a while. He waited for the full buy round to go over towards middle. Hey, that's nice though. They push him off so they can get a lot of space in this. They know this smoke's going to be up for a little bit.
That's been hurting them in a couple of rounds so far. But that's only half the puzzle. You've gained some map control, sure. But where are you going to end? How are you going to get there?
Oh, it's a shame. He has a nade hit that goes wine. That's pretty cool.
Time might be a problem. Look at how scattered the EG players are. I mean, they are spread out equally across the map right now. It's like they're playing a slow default, but no command's ripped off. This is straight down mid.
It's a big fake.
It's obfuscated, yeah. They're trying to fake it like it's an
I like
A-split,
this round a
now
lot. I think this one's pretty cool. Omen's very disattached from it though. Nice shot from RB.
Into the back, shoring up the defenses. Trying to anchor it up. Players drop down onto
Mako's
lane
ult was perfect here. Keep an eye on the time. 13.
Into the smoke, he expects it. 10 seconds remaining. This way, that way. Shorty's not enough. 7 seconds. There is time. Mako denied. He can't stop the defuse. And all the players watching.
What the hell was that shot?
It's a 1v2. Stacks is running
pretty close to a melon. Demon bailed him. Bailed him out of this.
It's left up to him. The IGL. A hard task of it, beginning of this tournament. A bit of spam, common warbanks. He's got to force these fights out. Players are low, but Demon
What a round from him. All right.
Never lacks the confidence, so eager to take the fight there.
And they still had that second layer of comm hiding behind, ready to trade him if it failed. So another very good setup. That round though,
money's pretty low here. Money's pretty low, and if they get reset, it's a 1-9 loss bonus. This is the most important round for DRX now.
Completely see why Mako would try and sacrifice his own life to stop the plan. If he manages to get a wide swing off there, he's won the round.
Oh, he wins the round, yeah, easily.
But how good do I think Demon 1 is, man? I think he has crazy potential. He's been quiet this LAN though. This map here is the best map we've seen him have so far. This is where it's felt like the Demon 1 missing in the split, and I think it's probably just taken him a little bit of time to warm up.
I think both coaches are really going to want to talk to try and both get their
Ewok or something, how he did.
Get DRX straight back into
Could see here, dude.
I think this is... I mean, you get tested here. There's nothing quite like it on the international stage. You're playing in front of all these people.
1-9 loss bonus mean? It's just when you win a round and then you instantly lose. So you get 1,900 in terms of money. When it gets reset, basically. You got 3 loss bonuses: 1-9, 2-4, 2-9.
The pressure overwhelming, and yet EG, for all of the inexperience on this roster, they're still here. They're still performing.
Gym in Iceland, yes. When I'm on a better normal sleep schedule, yes.
As you can see,
in terms of this time, I'm not sure.
19 kills.
Hopefully at one point.
Not necessarily going toe to toe with Foxy9, but looking.
Okay.
I would imagine more to get posted up in an area.
I mean, look at it. The 1-9 on top of this, they'd have nothing. I mean, we actually, this is it. This is just the round. This is actually the round. Everything on this. And Demon was massively expecting this.
How is he expecting it?
Yeah.
That's ludicrous. I mean, we know that DRX have been going for mid pushes occasionally, but to predict it exactly coming out of the timeout?
Yeah, I mean,
what is that read?
that's just different. Yeah. Someone's been doing their homework, that's for sure.
E.g. known VOD watchers. And thinkers.
And thinkers.
Oh, man.
So yeah, there's the pick that they're looking for. And often Demon 1 will swap weapons with Boostio in order to entry for them too.
Well, there's a lot of pressure created at the moment here.
On the attack.
Some util. Smoke drop down at a choke point just to fake like he could be walking through. Well, he's crossing onto the other side.
Remember that the time was an issue for EG in the previous round. It almost lost them it.
Okay, swapping the guns so that the dash can get used to enter the site as well.
30 seconds, not
2 people here.
Sure. Buzz has to be the difference.
Recon.
Recon dart to the side. That's dealt with. Over the top, he's being supported. Has to deal with it. And he does.
They know someone stairs with that.
So dash through into it. Can Buzz get anything done
15
here?
seconds. Nice trade.
Just with the aim, only the one. Inside the nade, RB holds his ground, waits it out through the smoke. He deals with Demon 1. Off to the side.
Nice trade again.
Survive. Enough time. Plan's going to be stuck now into the post.
Com has his ult.
3 players though grouped up towards the back.
I don't know how long he's got for his recon. I think it's like 20.
But they do have that player advantage. Mako and Stacks.
Oh, it's a nice one-way.
Nate, it's close to the corner. Flash and Paranoia, it's used together. Blinded back and forth, this way, that way, behind Dice as well, not watching Dart.
Nice round from them. Okay, 3 chances, and they managed to still have the ult into this as well. And, chat, and, I think there's 3 people from DRX that can't get a goodbye.
1 round, and EG have instantly accomplished their goal of being able to make playoffs.
He was so ready for this
What
push.
a read that was. And EG, even with time pressure, able to bait out a wave of defensive utility before they committed. Very impressive stuff. 1 round away from making top 8 in this tournament. Going through the groups in 2-0 fashion, proving all of the EG
What do we manage to get out? We have 3 Bulldogs.
It comes down to this.
1 Stinger.
You keep yourselves into it if you're DRX.
Sova ult, KO ult, Sova ult,
Very passive
Omen
position by
ult.
Jogamo that he's holding. Are they going to try and flash repeat into main here? Yeah, it looks like there was an attempt.
Jogamo's taking contact.
Yeah,
He knows
early A main control.
And might
It's pretty
accelerate
nice.
the B push. It should give them options to try and B split. But they're waiting for Com to clear it with the drone.
So mid's there, shock dart will be landing, I think, into mid.
You think about this too, though. EG don't actually want to react quickly into areas because they're still trying to attack up with Demon 1.
Does slow them down. Minute. This could be the finisher. The weaponry's not good. We've actually having to scrape at the bottom of the barrel for this buy.
Yeah, but the bad weaponry hasn't stopped them before. We've seen 3, 4 thrifties.
He could hear the molly, but he didn't get it.
Or at least low eco wins.
Time is really low at the moment. For how much map control they have, they're a little bit limited.
Yeah, this time
Sight hit over towards B, hoping for the fake. Man, do they have any idea that Mako's here?
TP into the back, dart over the top, Hunter's Fury. It really does feel like it's going to be a B hit.
Dude, keep an eye on this. It's a 2-on-2 on A.
He's drawn 3 players there.
He has, and that was the goal because the spike is making his way over here. Mako, he has to deny. Finds the first. Main compromise, this way, that way, dashing forwards. TPs abound.
What is going on?
It's all over the place.
Mate, how is he meant to win this?
A wide swing from Mako, a wide face. So dangerous,
knife,
dropping
yeah.
down, smoke at his feet. Demon 1 with the knives. All the way through, he lands the first. Into the way, finds the second. Will it be the finisher? Flash through, RB.
Oh my god, he's incredible.
EG are going.
He's actually incredible. EG make top 8. They make top 8, and honestly, they're looking real good. This is the best map from Demon. Best map we've seen from him. Been really quiet. Nice to see him step up.
Map 1 playing Brimstone, but the Jet head-to-head hyped up, savored, and delivered. 23 kills.
Hey, this was cool, man. It's a really cool game to watch.
He pops knives in a 1v3 on the site with Ethan unable to help him.